Hey guys, this is Turek, and in this video I'm going to be reacting to this video here called the concept video for solo leveling beyond the system. I wonder if this is going to be like a short story slash movie thing. Um, I've read all of Solo Leveling's webcomic. I think there are also a series of light novels that I have to check out. So, and I've seen the 2 seasons of the anime, and they've done a really good job of adapting the webcomic, with the exception of, I think I heard some people say they cut some stuff out. I read the webcomic so long ago, uh, around the time I think I started reading it when I saw season one was coming out, and people were saying it's great. And then I started season one, and no, actually, it went the other way. I started season one. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. I'm thinking, oh, is this going to be any good? But once I started seeing the way it was going with this it's kind of a power fantasy thing. But the author also was really good at adding horror aspects. In the first 2 episodes, like, oh my god, it was very gruesome and stuff. Like, well, not gruesome. It was like very dark. Not dark. A lot of like characters dying, and then there's a lot of like gore aspects to it that give it like a horror element. But after a while, I really got into it, and then I started reading the web comic, and I went through that real fast. I must have read that over like less than 2 to 3 weeks or something like that, and it was like 200 chapters. And so I'm really excited for season three, because now where season two ended off and season three is gonna go is where like the main story is gonna start. This other stuff's been building up, growing character elements, seeing some little mysteries played out, and now this is like where it goes. And it's like somebody sitting in a comment once, oh, to someone on one of the reaction channels when they finished season two, congratulations, you finished the prologue, kind of like that. So uh, I'm eagerly waiting season three. I think season two came out 2 years ago now. So I don't know. See what's gonna happen here. So we got here. I'm gonna be terrible with the names. I'm not good with the characters. This takes place primarily in South Korea, and I'm not good at saying some of their names or memorizing them. I can read them. Like, I'll read something and I can memorize it, but like it takes more time for me to like say and memorize names. I don't know what that would be. I have a learning disability that I've always had problems with, kind of reading and understanding stuff like that. So, and it's not going to be any easier with some of these Japanese and Korean and Chinese names. I've gotten a little better with Japanese names because I listen to so much anime, and so then I start hearing the type of names, and I'm thinking, okay, that might be Japanese. But let's see what this is about. So it looks like we'll get a glow up in animation, because this is now like, the other one was already good. The anime's already been getting really good. Like, okay, that's him with that. Yeah. Wait, is this doing a live action? Is that what we're gonna do? A live action? Oh, I don't know about that. Because they did live action with like Bleach and Avatar, Last Airbender. Oh wait, no. I do remember his name, right? His name is Jinwoo. There's his, yeah, he can summon soldiers and other things that he's defeated, yeah. Song Jinwoo, I think, right? And there's the gates. And that's Troy. Is it Troy? That's his love interest. Really setting up there. She's interested. Most of the story is him trying to help his family. There's no subtitles? Oh yeah, look at the layers, the effects it looks. Oh, okay. Wait, there was something here. Let's go back. The subtitles, the captions do subtitles. Something I started wondering about one day. The power and everything that comes from it. Yeah, well, did I really attain it all myself? He's like wondering, like, he was wondering too about going down a dark path. Urgency overwhelmed. Yep, he was losing his humanity. I was just trying to ignore it. Stability breeds stagnation. And I have hope. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to balance gaining power and losing his humanity and all those other little things like that. Yeah, I like that he's questioning it. Echoes of a scream. The day he probably gained that power, his team got decimated. And those are a lot of soldiers he gained when he first became the Shadow Monarch. Yeah, he can't stagnate. The movie. Next chapter arrives in theaters. Oh, are they gonna do? Because they just sound like they have a Bleach. They just released the first 3 episodes of the next thing into like a movie in theaters. Okay, so it's like there's a build up for that. Let me see. All right. We finally we see the fit Jinwoo. Did I say Jinwoo? Jinwoo. Okay. Like, finally wear all black, not the dark blue. Yeah, Jinwoo's voice actor is really good in the dub. I mean sub. Uh, I thought this part would say Jin will return in Avengers Doomsday. Dude, he could take on all the Avengers. The character power level scaling here is definitely at a point where once they get to like even A levels, I think are more powerful than 99% of the Avengers. Yeah, they were using some live action footage there in the beginning. That was really looking a little weird. Uh, oh, I can't wait. This looks really good. So yeah, now we're gonna build up. What's gonna happen next? So there's a lot of spoilers here. I should put like a thing in the beginning. I'm trying to talk some spoilers. Next, he in season 3. He should finally learn the origins of the system, which I don't fully understand. But I know part of it is that he's inheriting the powers of a god, and he's not really the same as the hunters. That's why when she what's her name there, Troy, says he smells different, the hunters, while they're not all bad people, the way they gain their powers is different, and that's something to do with the smell. I don't remember the aspects of that either. He's maybe seems purer because he's not a human almost anyway. He's becoming immortal and he's becoming a god type thing. I like that aspect. That was the aspect I like this because there's a book series by an author named Garth Nix. He's my favorite fantasy author, and he has a story that focuses on something like that too, with this young man. Well, he's more like a boy. He does like the 12-year-old thing. They're doing the same angle. He was one of those other authors following J.K. Rowling that went for that preteen angle, and the young man. I say man, but he's younger than that. He's inheriting the powers to step up and become the new ruler of overseeing the universe's balance and stuff by gaining powers too. And it's the same thing where it's like that one is more lays it out very quickly. There's less mystery there. There's more mystery involving the villains and what their angle is and stuff. Uh, oh, hello. But that's why right away this became relatable because you start seeing, to me, I start seeing right away, okay, he's got to gain these powers because in this case it's to face threats that only he can do. He's already reached a point here where most of the hunters can't stand up to him. And so the hunter terminology here is actually a little double-edged sword. He's a hunter in more of occupation now than a hunter who has powers the same way the others do around him. They gain the power, and then they when they get it, they explained in here they uh are sitting at one spot, and then that's all they'll ever be able to do. And it's the hunters in here still, many of them stay in shape, treat themselves well. They don't let's like think, oh, I got these massive muscles, I can just do whatever I want. I could be a drunk or something. We saw a lot of them like still training, but like it's basically they awaken and they're stagnant at a certain rank. He started out at E rank. he did awaken initially as a hunter, but then now he's gaining these other powers are slowly like transforming him to becoming something more than a hunter. So it's anyways, back to the main plot. Yeah, he's gonna be this season should have this arc where he's gonna see a big backstory that explains what is happening to why he's gaining these powers, what the system's all about. So in essence, if I remember, the system is like the thing that's helping his mortal shell, his body, turn into a god. He can't just gain this kind of power quickly the way other hunters get their powers. It would be probably too much for any of those people to gain, and I can't wait to see that now, to get that part. And then I think I think there'll still be will have to be a season 4 though to like explain the rest of this to finish the final arc of the plot. That would be like the Avengers Infinity War Endgame all in one. So I wish they could show more to see if I'm correct. I think that's what they're leaning toward here. Cause I thought at first this might be a side story stuff because like maybe they'd have him fight some new enemies. Uh, like they kind of like to do with filler arcs in Naruto and Bleach. I'll be keeping an eye on this one now, and I can't wait to see what else if I'm correct, and if I'm not, like if there's another side movie, I'll be interested in seeing how they do that. I don't usually like filler movies and stuff. I've watched like all the Dragon Ball ones and the Inuyasha ones, but I don't really watch those anymore. I've only watched one of the One Piece ones because I like to watch stuff like that where it just involves tying in the stuff that matters to the story. I want side stories that are filling in stuff happening around the world. And Oda does enough of that stuff himself, for example. And these other movies. Oh, there was that one Inuyasha movie that was good that way too. It was the third or fourth one, and it finally it showed Inuyasha and Sesshomaru's father. So I really liked that part of it. But the other ones are kind of eh. Yeah, if you want to just watch more of that stuff and see better animation, fine. But if I like to stay focused on the other stuff, and so the other movies don't usually interest me. But if this was like a side story, I don't think it's going to be based on what I saw. But it seems to be saying I would still watch this one just to see if maybe they'll start. I'm wondering if hopefully someday they'll add more stuff. I think that film Read by One Piece is something like that. Well, they talked about Shanks's family a little bit. They hinted at the stuff that's been shown in the manga and slowly is going to be shown soon in the anime. So, anyways, this looks great. Yeah, thanks for watching.